Hey, what's happening, you fuzzy furs? Today we're playing some games with Unfezant. It is a little bit of a meme deck today with the downburst attack that for 3 colorless energy does 90 damage, and then you shuffle all cards attached to both players' actives back into their deck. So we attach a triple acceleration energy to our Unfezant downburst, and then our energy and our opponent's energies go back to our deck. But ours is a triple acceleration energy that would have been discarded if we don't put it back in our deck, and then our opponent has to reset up all their energy on their Pokemon. And then we play a 3-2 Arctozolt line in here so that when they reattach their energy after we just put them back in our opponent's deck, they take damage and it helps us KO them faster. And that's it. That's the deck. I got a Cinccino line in here for some consistency. Got 4 capture and 1 recycle energy in here so we can make it easier to retreat stuff constantly, because one of the things that can happen with the deck is get stuck in awkward late game scenarios where stuff can get stuck in the active. So we play a recycle energy in here for that, and then 4 capture early game. We usually don't attack until like turn 3, sometimes turn 4, so we need to take our time sometimes, and capture energy helps us do that. So yeah, that's the list, or that's the deck. This is the list. Nothing special besides that. That's the whole combo going on in the deck. Pretty standard draw supporters, 4 Marnie, 4 research, 2 boss, 2 ordinary rod, 1 reset stamp, 4 comp, 4 quick, 2 incense. Let's go ahead, let's get into some games. All right, got into one. We did win the coin flip. I don't know if I want to go first or second, actually. I haven't really thought about that too hard. I think let's go second. I usually like going second with evolution decks. Let's try it out again in this one. Also, Pidove's turn 1 attack, or his attack that we can use turn 1, is actually pretty good. So we can also play into that, which is not bad. Got the capture. We got that Pidove start. Let's do it. Yeah, we can chirp search our deck for 2 Pokemon with fighting resistance, which has actually made me think that I should maybe play Pidgeotto in here, or Pidgeot, or Pidgeotto. Whatever. The bird instead of the Minccino, because they are resistant to fighting, which means I can chirp for them, which can be a difference maker. Can be, not always is gonna be, but it's possible to be a difference maker. So definitely something to consider adding here over those. But the Cinccino, the draw power of the Minccino or Cinccino is just so powerful. I don't know. It's hard to not want to just play Cinccino instead of the birds. Our opponent's starting off with the Viridian Forest use here, not taking anything. So they're trying to play down to a Crobat use for sure. Maybe not even going to be able to do it this turn. Yeah, attached to the active Croagunk even. So that's super good for us. Turn to Eternatus ain't happening. Love to see it. And they are playing the, what's it called, energy build. All right, capture. These guys are more important early on. Got the fossil already, and they hit him with the Marnie here. I know their hand probably wasn't great, but I need to set up. I need to make sure I can set up here. Okay, then we're gonna hit him with that chirp. Get ourselves probably just 2 Pidove. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna try and attack turn 2. We'll see. I'll put one of these Pidoves back in with the comm to go ahead and grab ourselves a Cinccino, and then I'll decide between research or Marnie, just depending on what our opponent does. Probably leaning towards research as of right now. I should have maybe put the air balloon on the rare fossil, but if they had like a really slow turn of just boss Minccino pass or something, I wanted to have the way to move it immediately. There's a Crobat. Yeah, they're definitely playing Eternatus. We saw the Eternatus there. It's possible they weren't, I guess, before when we just saw Croagunks plus Crobat. It's possible that it wasn't an Eternatus deck, but yeah, we saw the Eternatus there. 100% an Eternatus deck at this point. There's the bat for 3 more. Maybe this will get them something to start cooking with, because right now, you know, it's a bunch of frogs and bats are not cutting it right now. There's a Marnie. We unfortunately lose our chirp. Sorry, we didn't have any Cinccinos in hand. I guess we had a comm for a Cinccino, that's basically a Cinccino. That counts. There we go. There's my friendly Cinccino right there. That's what we're looking for. And we could just settle for a chirp again this turn, actually, to be honest. There's a Great Ball and a concede. The birds are too strong, as you can see here, right here in this game. All right, into another one. We did win the coin flip once again, so I did choose to go second here to try and just get off that turn 1 chirp with this hand. This hand's actually pretty good with that turn 1 chirp. Capture energy to the active, turn 1 chirp. Whoa, all right. That is a rare fossil from our opponent and a dark energy to the active. So I have to assume our opponent is playing Sableye, whatever that, I forget the name of that Pokemon. Sableye, whatever the name of that Pokemon is, because I completely forget what it's called. So we 2-hit KO Sableye, so I don't even know if I need to set up the Arctozolt in this matchup. I don't think I'm going to. I'm actually going to quick ball this away. and grab another Minccino to try and get into a Cinccino here. We did prize one Pidove. And yeah, let's go ahead and chirp. Gonna get the Tranquill. Only 3 candy in there right now. I'll probably just get Tranquill and Pidove. I could have gotten a, what's it called? The bigger bird, the Unpheasant, but I'm not super confident. I think I'm just gonna be chirping again next turn probably, especially with how slow of a start our opponent had. Yeah, with how slow our opponent's start was, I think I'm just going to be chirping next turn, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with chirping next turn. That's not, I don't have anything wrong with just chirping next turn, so we're probably just going to be chirping next turn. Evolve this, bench this. We will make do, probably away the Recycle Energy in this situation. There's a Wobbuffet. Switch. All damage counters on this Pokemon with those on your opponent's active. Never seen this before in a deck, I don't think. Maybe once before I've seen the Wobbuffet. I don't think so, though. The gritty comeback. Yeah, I don't think I've seen the Wobbuffet before. This is going to be interesting for sure. Definitely going to be interesting. Sounds like it would be decent against like Decidueye, right? Yeah, it'd be decent. I don't know if that's why that's here, but it sounds like it'd be decent against Decidueye. I guess we'll find out why it's here soon. Tails on the Turbo Patch. Love to see it. And just gonna go with a load search. Ooh, 3 research went down with that 1 research on the turn 1. That is not good for our opponent, but we'll take it. Yeah, research grab, not surprised there at all. And top deck is an Evolution Incense. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give up this Recycle Energy here. We can Evolution Incense for another Cinccino. See what we draw. So we're gonna go ahead and grab another Cinccino here. Nothing really to... We could set up the triple Cinccino, but I probably just want to go ahead and set up the Arctozolt. Probably just gonna get rid of the Capture Energy here now as well. Because I want to keep the stamp for the late game. The triples we need to attack, so I don't think I need another capture. There's an Unpheasant for next turn, evolve, and then we're going to chirp, get ourselves Unpheasant, and I guess a Tranquill as well. Tranquill? Whatever. That one. Gonna grab that. Gonna get those 2. Go to the hand. Yeah, looks good to me. We've got the evolve, got the attack set up for next turn. Got an Ordinary Rod for later. Double Make Do to work with. We could try and set up that 3rd Make Do, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. This one is definitely, the more I think about it, it's definitely a battle of the memes here. Sableye, Wobbuffet, Arctozolt, Goons versus, of course, Unpheasant, the legendary Unpheasant deck. So definitely, yeah, battle of the memes here going on. There's that research that they just recovered last turn. Should be no problem for them to take this first prize card on our Pidove, but then we're going to shuffle their energy back into their deck, and that's where it's going to get hard for them to start keeping up, I think, because they are a Turbo Patch deck. They have no other form of energy excel besides that, and it looks like they're probably, all their attackers need 2 energy, and they're already down to, whoa, that's an Obstagoon. They're already down to, 2 Turbo Patch, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. Yeah, so Obstagoon, I doubt they play Rare Candy. It's probably Linoon into Obstagoon to try and get that extra damage. There's another Sableye to work with. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to handle that downburst and us shuffling their energy back into their deck over and over and over again at all. I just don't think they're going to be able to keep up with that. Here comes a net. Probably pick up this Goon that has damage. Yep. Probably ping our Tranquill. There's no reason for them not to. So I assume this is what's going to get pinged here. We'll see, though. But Tantrum... Yeah, there we go. On the Tranquill, makes sense. We are going to attach an energy here, so we will take 20 from this. So we will get knocked out by Crazy Claws if they can Crazy Claws next turn, which I think is possible that they won't be able to do that. I guess, I don't know. Now that I see that they play the Cape of Toughness, I maybe saw that turn 1. I don't know if I would have kept this because the other cards in my hand seemed way better than that, even though getting around the Cape of Toughness, we could use the damage from our own Arctozolt to get around Cape of Toughness. But also just hitting over and over again, I think, is going to be more than good enough. There's a DAA change. They had no supporter in their hand once again, so they had to make like a seemingly awkward play. Turn 1 load search, not great. Also DAA change to keep digging through the deck, not great. They didn't really have to do it that turn though. They could have just waited. All right, there's the 70. Goodbye Pidove, and yeah, we're gonna get this one started. Like I said, seems pretty good, but I just want to see how good, or if it's good at all for us. If it looks good, it feels good. I guess we'll see what happens though. Looks like it should be a good matchup. Feels like it should be a good matchup. I'm gonna give up a triple here, which I definitely don't like to do. Evolve, and triple, and yeah, down burst. If they do knock out our active, we could go double rod, evolve, research. But yeah, this is where it's gonna get awkward for them. I guess if they have a lot of... Oh, wait, we shuffle the cape back in. That's right. It's all cards and not just energy. So, yeah, we shouldn't need Arctozolt at all in this matchup. We should just 2-hit KO the Stabilize, 2-hit KO to Dene, 1-hit KO everything else. I guess we 2-hit KO this, but they're not attaching energy. I guess it's the one thing where if they attach energy to it, we don't quite 2-hit KO it, but I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, the gritty comeback, but they let us hit it. They'll have no energy on it, and then, yeah, it's just going to be awkward. I think we got this locked up. In the battle of the decks that play Arctozolt, I think we win versus the Sableye Arctozolt deck. Pretty easily. Pretty easy. We'll see how the rest of the game goes, but I'm feeling super confident right now. Comes an Obstagoon. Obstruct. Not going to be that big of a deal either. Maybe they're just going to try and ping out my Cinccino here. Not even putting it on the Tranquill to set that up. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I do not want to play this research, though. I can tell you that much. There's a Marnie. We'll go with the Marnie. Evolve. Marnie. I do want to shuffle that. I do want to have an Ordinary Rod in my hand as soon as possible to recover this Pidove, because we don't actually have another Pidove in the deck right now. There's the triple. I'm gonna start making do the research actually. Like once we've set up and we got like double Cinccino online, we don't really need a whole ton of draw supporters, to be honest. I'll keep the boss around. Boss is pretty good. And then yeah, we will. I mean, I guess we'll take 20 damage every single turn, but we should draw our prize cards way sooner. Let's say we should draw our prize cards way sooner than our opponent can actually knock us out through their Arctozolt ability. That should just never happen. I think we could just go ahead and set up 3 Cinccino in this one, because I don't think we need to set up our own Arctozolt, so the bench space is just clean for that. We have the Pidove, we have Minccino, we have the third Cinccino in the deck. Now this Pidove was a great prize pull right there. This is a great one to pull. Swap all damage counters on this Pokemon with those on your opponent's active. So they can do this and put 5 damage on their own Wobbuffet. But then I will shuffle their energy back into the deck, and they will have to hit attach Turbo Patch next turn to be able to attack. And then they only have 1 Turbo Patch left, and they'll have to do that again eventually to even have a chance at attacking again with anything. But I guess they can load up stuff on the bench, theoretically. Yeah, I'm just going to be shuffling all this back into the deck. They should almost put the cape like on the something that's not going to come to the active, like put it onto Dene. Because now it's just going to go back to the deck, and they're going to have 1 more dead card in their deck. So yeah, they can gritty come back right now. But then I'll hit them and put their energy back in their deck. But I guess if they go attach Turbo Patch heads at that point, they would knock out my Unfezant, because that would actually be exactly 140. But I'm not worried about that still. I think we're just in a great spot. It just feels really good. It feels like we're in a really, really good spot here. Let's see if our opponent's got anything else to work with here. There's a Marnie. My hand was pretty good to set up for more stuff, but this does mean that I could be that much closer to a triple acceleration energy, which we do need to use to attack this turn. So we could play our own draw supporter like this one, like this Marnie here. And then we're that much deeper into our deck and more likely to, yeah, just get the attack this turn. We did get it here as we see this triple. I do want to double quick ball here almost. So I'm going to go ahead and make do away the research. Try and find 2 good cards to discard with these quick balls. Only found 1 still so far. I'm just going to give up on this one. I should have probably just given up off the rip. Get the Minccino. Set him to the Cinccino. Draw more cards. Sounds good to me. Triple. And then Marnie, save the other quick ball for later. Get rid of the I just don't think we need them. I just don't think they're going to do anything. So we're going to get rid of this Arctozolt. Not doing anything in this matchup. Get rid of them. To be honest, the more that I think about it, I feel like I haven't used the what's it called, a whole ton. The Arctozolts. This deck might be better without them. Just make it more consistent. Definitely possible, because the deck kind of functions still fine on. I remember I made a video on the Unpheasant. I don't know if I made a video on it, but I played with an Unpheasant deck like last format or the format before, and there was no Arctozolt, obviously. So, but we still just kind of won games just fine. So it felt fine back then. It's feeling fine now. Some games I just don't even get to set up the Arctozolt very aggressively at all. Here's the flip. It is a heads. All right, so they will be able to swap the damage around, but it won't knock me out, and I'm still 3-hit KOing it. And then they have, what, 1 Turbo Patch left, so there's only 1 time they'll be able to attack out of nowhere. So yeah, they can gritty comeback here. I was just going to give them 70, me 90. I will take 20 more. So it will get me that much closer to knocking out my own Unpheasant through attaching triples, but I don't think that's going to be enough for our opponent here. They're switching to the bench now. Oh, they could try and build up the damage by going to the bench over and over. That would be kind of cute. Through the Spikemuth. They can build up the damage on their own Wobbuffet and then eventually knock out my Unpheasant. So that's kind of cute if they go for that line of play. That's actually super cute. Here comes a Marnie. I'm fine with that. We don't have a triple in hand yet, and this will get us that much closer to the triple. There it is. We got an Unpheasant. We have an Air Balloon. There's that third Cinccino I was talking about. I'll probably give up an Unpheasant here to start drawing cards with the make do, because we still have 2 Ordinary Rod left, so... Okay, they're going to swap the damage, it looks like. But then we just... Oh, they can't. Well, they have to hit an energy. They did get the Turbo Patch Heads. But they need to attach for turn. They do that. We are 2 of our own triple attachments away from knocking ourselves out. But once again, they won't be able to attack with the Wobbuffet for a couple turns to come. So once again, not too worried about it. I mean, I guess it could start to slip away. They've drawn... This would be their second prize card if they pull this off. But they do have to do it. They're just going to pass. All right. Did they forget what my dude does? I'll give the Rare Candy here, actually. Make do the Incense. And then make do the Research. Don't really need to play draw supporters anymore at these kind of points where we have triple Cinccino online. Yeah, draw supporters are not something we really need to worry about. Drawing 6 cards a turn. Usually going to be enough, yeah. So we don't knock them out. But we shuffle their energy back. Get them next turn. And now they can't gritty comeback. I mean, they can gritty comeback, but they do need to hit their last Turbo Patch and hit heads to have a chance to gritty comeback. And if they go to the bench here, maybe they're just trying to have their own Wobbuffet get KO'd. Maybe they're trying to clear up a bench space, because if they do switches to the bench, it will get knocked out. Not anymore, because they put a cape on it by Spikemuth, or would almost have been knocked out. So they do play Rare Candy. They Rare Candy this one, though. I should have noticed that, yeah. Rare Candies in the Sableye deck alongside the Goons. Okay, they're letting us get this knockout here. I'm fine with that. We don't have it yet, I guess. I'm down to kind of just boss this and take this thing's energy away, to be honest. I'm down to let this thing get knocked out by Obstagoon, though, M&I. Yeah, I'm down to just die to an Obstagoon. Let's start with Marnie. She need a triple. Dude, we got... Alright, there's a triple. Got a Candy, Unpheasant. We have both Air Balloons in the deck. I think I'm just going to get rid of the Air Balloon here. Gotta be careful with your switching cards. Like I mentioned, why we have the Recycle. There's so many times where they like brought up my dudes and they just kind of get stuck. Make do the Calm. I'll make do the Quick Ball. Candy the Unpheasant. Attach active, and then Downward Burst once again. We knock it out here, so I don't think I want to put the cape back in my opponent's deck. Actually, I may as well, because it's kind of just like a dead card for them that still exists in their deck. Like I said, they should have just put it on this Dedenne or something so they don't see it anymore. But now I'm going to put it back in their deck, so now that could be their top deck, which once again I'll just shuffle back into their deck should they decide they want to attach it once again. So I guess we'll just keep putting it back in the deck. It'll keep being a dead draw for my opponent. That sounds pretty good to me, actually. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. We have, what, 2 candy left, but I think one of them might still be prized. Actually, no, I think we did get the candy off the prize cards. Pidove, so we need to get, like, Unpheasant Pidove back off this Ordinary Rod. And then the next Ordinary Rod will probably get Pidove plus a Tranquill. Actually, we get Pidove Tranquill with this one. And then, yeah, we'll go like that. Pidove Tranquill, yeah, we'll go from there. Here comes an Obstruct. Finally getting themselves another prize card. It's been a little while. They've been working on this Unpheasant for a while here. Take these energies away off the Obstagoon. They got a Sableye setting up on the bench. That guy's going to be kind of annoying, actually. Okay, so we do have the Rare Candy in hand now, so I probably want to go... We have a 4th Unpheasant in the deck. I'm going to go Tranquill Pidove this still, I think, yeah. And I don't want to use any more cards. I want to keep these all as make-do fodder, so we're just going to start making do. Don't need these. Make do again. Get rid of the Quick Ball probably. Although I could have Quick Balled for it, but I don't really want to like Quick Ball away a card. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Alright, there's the Pidove. Attach. And then Downward Burst. Put those energies back into the deck. Mine will go. I don't care. Got the candy in hand. Can candy out another Unpheasant. And then we have a Unpheasant here. So we have to get like Pidove Unpheasant off the next Ordinary Rod to create that last Unpheasant that we might need, because they do have 4 prize cards left, so it's possible we get into a 4th Unpheasant. It's pretty unlikely at this point, I think, though. I don't think we're getting into a 4th Unpheasant this game. There's the pass, so we're going to go with the boss here, I think. Keep making the do. Get rid of the Minccino, get rid of the Calm, probably. No, I'm going to get rid of the Research. I don't really want Research in the deck anymore. Not going to be using it. We see our whole deck anyways at this point. Make do the Calm. Do have an Air Balloon in hand. Just gotta make sure I can be able to move my Pokemon around. Yeah, just gonna boss. We have back-to-back boss here, so this game should pretty much be over, I think. Gonna candy out the Unpheasant. And then I could Ordinary Rod for those two as well to have that fourth and final Unpheasant if I need it. Evolve it up to the Tranquill. And then, yeah, Downward Burst. Put the energy back in the deck. But we should just win next turn. We got 3 make-dos to work with. They got no attacker here. We can see our whole deck, basically. If they Marnie us, if they Reset Stamped us, I guess we might not see everything. We see 3. We want to see 2 cards, I guess, if they Marnied us here. There's a... Oh... No, but we shuffle it back into the deck. So theoretically here, we should actually be fine, I think. We do shuffle the energy back in the deck before it knocks out. So we should draw... We should get 2 prize cards off the table out here, because the energy is going to go back to the deck before we actually take the knockout. It has been glitched in the past with Zamazenta, but let's see if we can get this, see if we get it here or not. I don't really want to make do any of this. I think I want to keep the whole hand. Just going to attach Downward Burst. Make do next turn if I have to. We'll get a prize card to work with as well. Say yes. So the energy should go back to the deck, then the knockout should happen. And yeah, last 2 prize cards, and we end up with a dub over our opponent. Sableye. I think that's going to do it for these games with the Unpheasant deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Nothing special, but it's a ton of fun, so check it out. Enjoy the videos, give it a like. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you enjoyed the videos, be sure to subscribe. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.